Chapter 7. Introduction to Python. Learning Objective. Python. Learn programming with Code Combat. Features of Python programming. Downloading and installing Python. Start with Python. Lines, indentation and comments. Statements. Variables. Defining input and output function. Computer programs are instructions to a computer which lets a computer to perform specific tasks necessary to process the data. A programming language is a set of words, symbols and codes that are used to write a computer program. Python is one such programming language. Python. Python is a high-level, structured, object-oriented, open-source programming language. It supports the development of wide range of applications from simple text processing to World Wide Web browser to computer games. Python uses English keywords frequently whereas other languages use punctuation, and it has fewer syntactical constructions than other languages. Fact Corner. Python was created by Guido van Rossum during 1985 to 1990. It was first released in February 20, 1991. It was named after Monty Python's Flying Circus, a comedy television show. Learn programming with Code Combat. Coding skills are becoming more and more important day by day. It is arguably the most important skill to learn in the 21st century and needs be to inculcated among students at an early stage. However, there are many challenges in teaching computer programming. To overcome all these obstacles, gamification has stepped in which helps the teachers to teach concepts of programming fundamentals to novice students, in order to generate their interest and motivation. Code Combat is an educational video game for learning software programming concepts and languages. It is a platform to learn and improve coding skills. Type https://codecombat.com/ in browser and press Enter key. The following window appears. 1. Click on Sign Up button. 2. Click on Sign Up as an individual. 3. Enter your date of birth. 4. Click on Continue. 5. Enter your email address, username and password. 6. Click on Create Account. We can now play the game. 7. Click on Play button to begin the game. 8. Click on the red flag below the hopping yellow arrow. After clicking on the flag, a pop-up window appears, containing a description of the game, instructions to be followed and the learning outcomes related to programming which will be achieved through this level. 9. Click on Play button to proceed. 10. Select the character or hero from the list. 11. Click on Next button. Now, we will get an inventory screen where we can select the equipment for our hero that would aid in completing the task efficiently for achieving the goal. 12. Click on Equip. 13. Click on Play. A window with a set of instructions and procedure to achieve the goal appears. 14. Click on Start Level. A game window opens. The screen would be split in two parts. The code is typed on the right side of the screen and on the left side, the character or hero selected by us moves according to the instructions. 15. Type the desired code. The codes are based on given methods. 16. Click on Run after typing the codes. Our selected hero or character moves according to the given codes or instructions on the right side of the screen. 17. Click on Done. We will get the victory screen. Congratulations for completing the first level. Now, we can click on Continue to play more. Features of Python programming. The applications of Python is increasing day by day due to the following features. 1. Python is a high-level programming language which is easy to use and learn. 2. It is an open-source language and available free of cost. 3. It can be used for graphical user interface (GUI) programming. 4. It runs well on different platforms such as Windows, Linux and Macintosh. So, it is a portable language. 5. It supports object-oriented programming (OOP) that encapsulates code within objects. 6. Python is an interpreted language that executes the code line by line at a time. It is not needed to compile the program before executing it. This makes the debugging process easier. 7. It provides very high-level dynamic data types and supports dynamic type checking. 8. It can be used as a scripting language or can be compiled to bytecode for building applications. 9. It supports automatic garbage collection. 10. It can be easily integrated with new functions and data types implemented in C, C++, ActiveX, Cobra and Java. Python is also suitable as an extension language for customizable applications. Downloading and installing Python. Python comes in 3 version 1.0, version 2.0 and version 3.0. Many series are available in these versions. In this chapter, we are using version 3.8. To download and install Python, follow the given steps. 1. Go to the link https://www.python.org/downloads and press Enter key. The given page will appear in the browser. 2. Click the Download Python. The setup of Python starts to download on our computer as 3.10.5.x in Downloads folder. 3. Open Downloads folder and double-click the Python program icon. Installation process starts and Python setup dialog box appears. 4. Click on Install Now. Make sure that the Install Launcher for all users, recommended, and the Add Python 3.10 to Path checkboxes at the bottom are checked. A user account control pop-up window will appear with optional features and advanced options. 5. Setup progress shows the installing process as shown. When the installation process finishes, setup was successful appears. 6. Click on Close button. Python has now been installed. Now, the Python program can be run on the computer. Start with Python. Writing code in interactive mode. After installing, when we open Python, we will get this window. This is the Python shell, which is part of Python's integrated development environment. An integrated development and learning environment, IDLE, is the most popular graphics-based development environment for Python to create, edit and debug a program in this environment. This window is called Interactive Mode. The Interactive Mode screen shows the welcome message with version details and the 3 greater than signs, called the prompt. This is a primary prompt which indicates that interpreter is executing the Python statements. Now, enter a statement, join Python, at the prompt and press Enter key. Print, join Python. The prompt, reappears to tell us that the Python shell is ready to accept more commands. In the above program, the print is a type of Python command called a function, and it prints out whatever is inside the quotes to the screen. Writing code in script mode. We do not need to rewrite the same program every time we want to execute it. It might be fine to just rewrite short programs, but large program could contain hundreds of lines of code. So, we should save our program for future use. We cannot save the commands in interactive mode for future. So, for saving a program, we need to open and write a program in another Python shell, called script mode. Let us learn to write code in script mode. Follow the given steps. 1. Open idle, Python GUI. 2. Click on File menu. 3. Click on New File, or press Ctrl+N. An empty window appears, with Untitled displayed in the title bar. This is another Python shell, which is called script mode. Creating, saving and running a program in script mode. Let us enter a command, join Python, in script mode. Let us learn to create, save and run code in script mode. Follow the given steps. 1. Type print, join Python. 2. Click on File menu. 3. Click on Save, or press Ctrl+S. Save as dialog box appears. By default, the file gets saved in Python folder in C drive, but we can change the location. 4. Type the file name, my program. The file extension of Python is py. Not shown. 5. Click on Save. Not shown. The new file name appears on the title bar. 6. Click on Run menu. 7. Click on Run module to run the program, or press F5. Now, if we close the shell window but leave the myprogram.py window open and then choose Run module, the Python shell reappears, and our program runs again. After saving and running our program, we can close the program by clicking on Close option in File menu. Fact Corner. A token is the smallest element of a program that is meaningful to the interpreter. Tokens supported in Python include identifiers, delimiter, keywords, literals and operators among others. Lines, indentation and comments. Python is specific about program layout, especially lines and indentation. A Python program is made up of one or more physical lines. Each physical line may end with a comment. The text written in the comments are ignored by Python. Python uses indentation to express the block structure of a program. An indentation is an empty space at the beginning of block of code. Comments are very important while writing a program in any language. They are used to explain Python code and make it more readable. Python interpreter ignores the text written in the comment. Python supports single-line comments and multi-line comments. To be precise, a comment can be written in 3 ways: entirely on its own line, next to a statement of code, and as a multi-line comment block. Statements. A statement is an instruction that the Python interpreter can execute. When we type a statement on the idle, Python executes it and displays the result. Look at the following statements below. Greater than num1 equals 10. Greater than num2 equals 20. Greater than add equals num1 plus num2. Fact Corner. In programming, data type is an important concept. Data type is used to define the type of value a data can contain. It represents what kind of operation can be done on a particular data. Python has the following data types built in by default, in these categories: integer, float and string. Boot up. Look at the given example of data types and name them. Variables. Variables are used to store data in the memory. The data can be numbers, text, and/or objects. Another way of looking at a variable is that it is like a label for something. Assigning a variable. We assign a value to a variable first. For example, to create a variable named Apple, we use an assignment operator, smiley face, and then tell Python what information the variable should be the label for. For example, greater than Apple equals 50. To find out what value a variable labels, enter print in the shell, followed by the variable name in parentheses as greater than print, rows, 50. Variable names can be made up of letters, numbers, and/or the underscore character, underscore, but they cannot start with a number. They also cannot use reserved keywords. Defining input and output function. Input and print are used for standard input and output operations in Python. Input function helps user to input the values and text for the operation, and it always returns string value. Syntax. Variable underscore name equals input, string. Here variable underscore name means any name where input function assigns the value into it. Print function is used to print the value of given input value or string. It helps to show output on screen. Syntax. Print, string, variable, constant. Purple color always shows function name, green color shows the string, blue color shows the output, and black color shows the variable and user input. Variable. Function. Predefined string, pre-input text. Greater than name equals input, enter your name, Shikha. Output. User input. Concise. Python is a high-level, structured, object-oriented, open-source programming language. Code Combat is an educational video game for learning software programming concepts and languages. Python comes in 3 versions: version 1.0, version 2.0 and version 3.0. An integrated development and learning environment, IDLE, is the most popular graphics-based development environment for Python to create, edit and debug a program in this environment. The interactive mode screen shows the welcome message with version details and the 3 greater than signs, called the prompt. For saving a program, we need to open and write a program in another Python shell, called script mode. Token is the smallest element of a program that is meaningful to the interpreter. Python is specific about program layout, especially lines and indentation. A Python program is made up of 1 or more physical lines. Each physical line may end with a comment. Data types define the type of value a data can contain. Variables are used to store data in the memory. Input and print functions are used to get input and display output respectively.